Good Saturday morning, everyone. Good morning, Saxy. Good morning, North Texas. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Won't stay that way, unfortunately, so I thought I'd come on this morning before everybody got going and give you an update and heads up on what to expect later on today. Don't think we'll see anything before noon, that's for sure. Probably not till after 3 o'clock, so just to kind of get your bearings on when we might start seeing things. So if you got outdoor plans between now and 3 o'clock, should be fine. Gonna be warm, gonna be humid, so make sure you stay hydrated, but you should be fine before then. But we're going to talk about why you probably won't be fine after that. And before I get started here, just want to say today is Saturday, May 6th, if you're watching this later, voting day. So if you haven't voted today, go out and vote. Really, probably no matter where you're watching from, there's a local election in your area. So get out. If you haven't voted already, you can get out there and vote, especially before the weather gets bad. Polls are open 7 to 7, so exercise your right to vote. Definitely want to always encourage people to do that. All right. So the other thing I want to say real quick is thank you to our sponsors that make this possible. Amen Plumbing. No matter what they do at your house, big or small, once they are finished, you will say amen. And Bacon Roofing. Bacon Roofing's more than roofing. Give them a call if you have roofing needs, baconroofing.com. They will take care of you. And thank again to both of them for their wonderful sponsors to help make this happen. All right, so here we go. So here is our overall severe weather threat assessment for today. Again, nothing to worry about this morning. And we're going to go into a little deeper dive with this in just a second, but you see the area of red, that is an enhanced risk, or of course, well, in this graphic by the Fort Worth Weather Office, it's the greatest area of concern. So you do see it northwest of DFW. We'll kind of get into that in just a second, but not really a tornado threat today. Not that it can't happen, but it's going to be more like a large hail threat. That's going to be our biggest thing, and severe wind gust threat over 60 miles an hour. Those are going to be our two main threats. But again, tornadoes not zero. It's just not a very big possibility. So again, the worst case scenario, if you're under one of these really big bad storms, hail over 2 inches in diameter, wind 60 miles an hour or greater, and then a smaller threat for a tornado. So let's kind of dive into the graphics here. So this is the overall severe weather outlook for North Texas, and the enhanced risk does clip Dallas-Fort Worth. That's level 3 out of 5. So that's where, again, there's a little bit better chance of seeing severe weather within that area. And again, it's always based on 25 miles from a point. As you can tell, the greatest concern are areas northwest of Dallas-Fort Worth. Doesn't mean Dallas-Fort Worth won't see anything. It's just that we probably won't see anything until a little bit later in the event. And I would be a little surprised if we saw anything before 6 p.m. So this is a tornado threat. Like I said, not a big threat compared to the other two threats, hail and high winds. It's just a 2% chance on tornadoes today. Again, mainly Dallas-Fort Worth west. And again, that would probably be early on in the event. You're probably talking about 3 p.m., 4, 5, 6 p.m. to where we'd see the greatest tornado threat. And then as far as the severe hail outlook, this is the one that always gets our attention. So you can see the yellow is a 15% chance. All of Dallas-Fort Worth is in that. And it's the dreaded hatched area. The hatched area is the area where we could see hail 2 inches in diameter or greater, 10% chance of that. And then the red is a 30% chance of seeing hail, severe hail, period. And then of course you got the 10% chance on top of that to see 2-inch diameter hail or bigger. And then, like I said, there's going to be a math quiz after all this is over. So as you can tell, the areas in red have the greatest threat for big hail. Hello, David. Let's see. 3-1, the Great Dallas County Fence does its thing again today and goes north and south of Metro. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, first of all, good morning, David. So David, my buddy David, says that he's got 3-1 odds, I guess, that Dallas-Fort Worth will be split like we had the last couple of days. We had stuff to the north, stuff to the south. In a lot of ways, David, I hope you're right. I hope we just get the rain, but I think we're about to roll snake eyes on that, but we shall see. But I got faith that you're right. And then this is the hail threat for this is a wind threat. As you can see, we are in the 30% chance for significant wind gusts, and that's in the hatched area and 30% chance. So I think if you made me pick, we always had three threats of severe weather: tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds. If you made me pick of what out of those three, the greatest probability that we would see is the damaging wind threat. Now that's not great, but I still think I'd take that over 2-inch hail. So that is something that the Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center feels like that we have the biggest chance of seeing. All right, so gonna get you a different graphic here. All right, so this is actually the radar, but of course the radar is clear, so there's nothing to be concerned about right now, and it's not really even. Let me look out my window. Not really any clouds out there, but that's going to change as we get hotter and warmer, and it's already 77 degrees at my house. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet, so. And that's the other thing. So this kind of gives you a little bit better graphical area of the overall severe threat. Again, the enhanced in the orange does include almost all of Dallas-Fort Worth. I guess if you live in that's eastern half of Rockwall County, Kaufman County, the very far southeastern corner of Dallas County. But I wouldn't get too caught up in that because, again, those are arbitrary lines in a sense. Okay, so I did want to show this. So this is the current satellite picture. And as you can see, as the great Steve McCauley likes to say, severe clear. There's no clouds anywhere around. That's going to change. But I just wanted to show you this to illustrate a couple of things that does concern me a little bit. So, yesterday morning, you may remember we had a lot of low clouds, a lot of moisture pulling up, and the clouds did clear out. And of course, if you were outside in the afternoon yesterday, you did notice that it got really, really humid. That will definitely be the case again today. But right now, the dew point 63, which is still decently humid, but this time yesterday was about almost 70. So it's not quite as humid starting out as it was yesterday, but we don't have the clouds to kind of tamp down the insulation of the sun. So that's going to help heat the atmosphere fairly quickly, quicker than yesterday. And that's going to, basically help the instability become greater. And it just makes for a real volatile, unstable atmosphere. Now, the other thing that we always talk about is the cap. And so let's see what the cap's doing this morning. So again, we go to I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. So the cap is always our friend for the really, really bad weather. We don't have to worry about that. But as you can see, in case you don't know, Dallas-Fort Worth right about here. No cap currently, and that will continue to be the case. You do see a weaker cap to the west and east of us. I think that will ultimately go away too. So I think we will. Well, I take that back. So I think as we go into the early afternoon, I think we will have a minimal cap, but I don't think that it will take a whole lot, especially since it's going to be so warm, maybe closer to 90 degrees. That's when I think that the cap will be broken when it gets so hot. And like I said, we don't have the clouds to slow down the heat this morning, so that's something else that won't be in our favor as far as preventing severe thunderstorms. So that's how our cap looks. And if you look just at our CAPE, which again is an acronym for Convective Available Potential Energy, not a lot right now. Of course, that's not surprising because it's morning and the atmosphere is somewhat stable. But as you can see out to the west, you have, like I said, anything over 2,000 does provide fuel for pretty decent thunderstorms. You do see some 3,500 CAPE up in northeast Texas. Again, I think that as the day goes on, the CAPE is definitely going to increase and give us a chance for severe thunderstorms as we move on into the day. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, so we're going to run a model here and kind of give you an idea of what to expect later today. And I'm going to take off, checking the comments. I don't see any comments other than David, so not missing anybody. If you have a comment, just put it in the chat and we'll address it. All right, so let's take this layer off. There we go. All right, so this is the HRRR, a pretty reliable convective model. It's just updating here. Let's see how far out this goes. Give you an idea. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and run this. We'll go back. All right, let's put this in motion. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? It is a good morning, Brenda. Okay, so this is loading up. Like I said, the latest run is not got it all loaded up yet, but you'll see this kind of come to fruition. And I'm going to stop this. But you can see, so we see these thunderstorms form west of us and then kind of move our way as time goes on. So I'm going to stop that right there. So that's actually closer to the evening hours. That's 10 o'clock tonight. So there's a decent thought that if we do get bad weather, it wouldn't be till after sunset. And a couple of different models are showing that. Now, again, I don't know that. I don't know if it's going to hold up that long, but it might. So we might see the whole day in the sense that we wouldn't see anything other than just being warm and humid. I think we'll definitely see storms out to the west of us. So something to keep in mind. So that's one model, the H triple R, which is pretty reliable. If we go to the North American model, again, just something. Let's see if we can. Oh, this one's that latest run. So we'll go back to the other one. Let's see. Get this. There we go. Yeah, so 6 o'clock. They still have everything 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this one actually isn't as bullish on seeing severe weather in North Texas, but I don't buy that one. But again, you kind of get the overall gist of it in the sense that we probably will see some severe weather probably after 6 o'clock. But again, it's not impossible that we would see something before that. So okay, so that will about wrap up this update. Again, the bottom line is this: between now and certainly 3 o'clock, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Like I said, other than if you're going to be outside, you're going to be hot or certainly sticky. Other than that, you should be fine. And then as we get on into the probably 6 o'clock, and certainly during the evening hours and overnight, it could get a little stormy. Hail and high winds are the main threat. So just be weather aware today. I'll be back as conditions warrant, as they say. And as always, I'm watching with us, so you don't have to. I'm so glad everybody tunes in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, we won't have a whole lot to talk about. Hopefully, we'll just have a lot of good old fashioned rain, maybe good old fashioned storms. I'll take that all day long. If not, we'll be watching it and we'll come back on and we'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we will talk to you later.